it's Tony with lidl.doodle. Welcome back to my channel. It is time for the Inkvent calendar. I have been so excited to get started on this. Big shout out to Goldspot and Tom Otto for sending me this as a gift to show off the 25 lovely inks that Diamine is doing in the black edition of the Inkvent calendar for 2024. So to get started, we're just going to jump right in. I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the swatching first. I'm going to do two swatches. One that I'll do just in my ink journal for myself and my cataloging. The other, I had this idea. I bought this coloring at the San Francisco Pen Show. It's an oversized, and the regular coloring is about that size with the ring, and it's, I think, mostly used for ink swatching. This is a little bit bigger, and when I saw it at the pen show, I think it was at the Van Ness booth, it was like they had it decorated, like there were drawings in it and stamps and different, doodles and things, and I thought, oh, that's super cute. That's kind of why I picked this up. I decided I would do a page for every ink in the month of December and just have it dedicated to whatever color, but like the doodles are just random, and if the color works, great. If it doesn't, who cares? So I just thought that would be kind of a fun and different way to catalog. So for day one, we're just gonna color in the title page just of Inkvent 2024. So let's get right into this. Normally, my husband and I take turns, and we have like a 5-minute discussion before we get into each day. And we say, okay, what color? What are your guess? Do you think it's a sheen, a shimmer, a standard, a smell, whatever? And then we just bounce back and forth. But since I'm sharing this on my channel, I am actually going to open this and swatch it for you guys, and then put it back in here, and then make my husband open it later, so that he still gets in on the fun. All right, day one is, let's see, that looks kind of like a purple. It's called, oh my gosh, Baltic Breeze, and it is a shimmer ink. So let's bust into this, and oh my gosh, you guys, if you get an Inkvent, you know, but they wrap these in this plastic that is like, it's just a little much, and it takes, I guess I could have just grabbed some scissors, but it's just really strong. Okay, so that, it's got like a copper looking shimmer in there. And so let's get our, and I'm just going to use a watercolor brush for this. We'll see. Normally when I'm painting with my fountain pen inks, I use an actual water brush, but it's a little bit more involved because I have to, I'll just start here with K. Oh, that's really light. Okay. So this is kind of like a, I don't know, is that like a lavender almost? Put down a little bit more. That's pretty. It's subtle. I wouldn't say it's like fantastic or gonna be one of my favorites, but it's cute. And then we're just gonna see what it looks like here when it dries in a second. I see a little bit of the shimmer coming through. That might be the selling point for this ink. Like, it's always important to not judge an ink when you first put it down, because once it dries, it's going to look a lot different in some cases. And the other thing is to not always judge an ink by what it looks like when you put it down in a swatch. I have had a few inks that I have just really loved the swatches, so pretty, and then I put them in an ink, or I'm sorry, I put them in a pen, and it's so lame. Like, they just aren't wet enough, or they aren't bright enough. So I think it's always important, and especially If you're just getting started in the hobby and you don't want to invest a lot in bottles of ink first, get yourself some samples and make sure that you swatch them. Swatch them on different paper, let them dry, put it in a pen, or even just whatever pen you're thinking of putting it in. Do it, just dip your nib in there and do a little writing sample with it and see how it dries. Because this is drying, that's actually quite a bit of shimmer that's coming through in that K. That's kind of cute. And normally with shimmer inks, I will, after a couple dips, put the lid back on and agitate it again. I want one of those, what are they called? Ink muddlers. Goldspot has them. I actually have one in my cart right now, and I was waiting. A new Kaweco AL Sport just came out, and the color is olivine, which is an olive green, and it's beautiful. And I'm a green person, so I know that if I don't get that special edition, I'm gonna be really bummed. So I was waiting for Goldspot to get them in stock. I saw today that they have them in stock, but then of course I'm like, yeah, but it's Christmas in a couple weeks, so should I really be buying myself pens? And one of the funny things about being married to somebody who basically has the same exact hobbies and passions as you, it can be a little dangerous because there is never a, oh, are you sure you should buy that? Oh, do you really want to spend your money on that? It is always a resounding yes from either one of us. If I text him and I say, oh, I'm thinking about getting this, what do you think? There's not even a question. It's just an immediate, yes, you should get that. So yeah, it was like, I've got 2 of the olivine pens in my mind to get from Goldspot, along with the ink muddler. And if I get the ink muddler, I'll show you. It looks cool. It's just this little glass like wand that you put in shimmer inks to agitate and get that shimmer going. So it'll be easier to do that as opposed to having to put the cap back on every couple letters. And oh, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, I'm liking this now that it's drying a little bit. I think it's pretty. It's like blue, purple, and then kind of a cool copper color that doesn't seem like it's going to be overbearing shimmer. I think that's going to be nice. And I probably would not put this in anything less than a broad nib, or just use it for like my dip pens. That's what I've been finding lately, is I've just really been enjoying my dip pens, and so I'm trying out a lot more inks and doing a lot of other things with my dip pens. And let's do a quick little writing sample. This dip pen is, what did I grab here? This is my Sailor. It's a 1.0 nib, plastic holder. I don't know, maybe it was like $10 or something. And they have different nibs. I think you can swap them out, or maybe not. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. I have the Feud nib as well that I don't use quite as much, but I've been trying to, just kind of like with fun writing, because Feud nibs are kind of funky. Get that shaken up. And all right, so we are day 1. And what did I call this? Oh, Baltic Breeze. Or what did they call it, I guess? This dip pen is not cooperating. Hold on. This ink is not digging the dip pen. Or maybe it's user error, who knows. Baltic. Oh, breeze. Or maybe it's the paper. Maybe it doesn't like the paper. I don't know. Do a little line test. All right, so that is day one of the Inkvent 2024. And you can see it's still a little bit wet in some of these areas where the ink kind of pooled, but it's mostly dry there, and you can see it does have quite a bit of shimmer. So there is Baltic Breeze as we kick off our Inkvent 2024. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.